Hi guys, and welcome back to Reed's Readers with your host, Clinton Reed. I'm a dork. And by the title of this video, you know, this is my Seasonathon Academy TBR / just my TBR for September. So, I have decided now, for the rest of the year, I'm only going to be putting on my TBR 7 to 8 books each month that I have to read, so that I can have the rest of the month to read and review books and have fun, stuff like that. So I have what I have to read, what I might get to, what I might not to. We'll get there and I'll explain. But if you do not know what the Seasonathon Academy is, I will link my announcement video down below. It is a readathon that I am co-hosting with two of my loveliest best friends here on YouTube. Kaylani from Kaylani Simply Me, which I'll link her announcement video down below. And Mel from Completely Melanie, I'll link her down below as well. This was formerly known as Fall Into Reading-a-thon, but we're revamping and making sure Seasonathon is like in all the names, because we're branding. It's a branding thing. And I have my lovely course schedule here, so I can tell you what each book is for. This is a readathon where you only have to read at least 5 books. I'll be reading at least 6 for this. 7, 8, technically. There's one that I may get to, I may not, but we'll see. So you have 2 required courses, and then the other 3 have multiple options. So I'm going to tell you guys what I chose, because this fits for a lot of the buddy reads and stuff that I already have this month. If this is a buddy read, I will let you know, type thing. So the first required reading was everybody has to take English 1010, which is to read anything you want. And I am buddy reading with Karina and Kaylani. In September, we are buddy reading The Raven Boys, which I've only ever read the first one. And I want to continue and finally finish this series, because I want to know why everyone says this is gay. Book 1 isn't gay, so I want to know why everybody thinks this series is gay. And this series is always pitched next to Foxhole Court and the Green Creek series by TJ Klune. So, yeah, I needs to know why. So we are buddy reading this series starting in September, and then October, November, and December we're going to finish out the original quartet. So, next is Math 1010, which is where you add up all the digits of your birthday to get a singular digit. My singular digit is 1, and this was the hardest thing I think I've ever done, so I get y'all struggle. But this is a book that both Kaylani and Sterling have been really wanting me to read lately. So, and the sequel's supposed to come out really soon. So I will be reading Legendborn by Tracy Dion, which ends on page 501. The acknowledgements end. All I know about this is it's inspired by King Arthur. Literally all I know. Oh, and Raven Boys follows a girl who, from a family of psychics, who has been told that if she ever kisses the person that is supposed to be her true love, they'll die. And then follows these boys searching for a Welsh king. I think, if I remember that correctly. Next is we had to select a Fine Arts and Humanities with Historical Understanding subcategory. For this, I chose Communications 2200, Mass Media History, which is to read an ebook or listen to an audiobook. And I am currently co-hosting the read-along for the Tales of Arania series, and I have listened to the first two on audio, and I plan on listening to this one on audio, so that is the consumption. Magic, if you want to know what Tales of Arania is the lightning struck heart. TJ Klune pitched it as Shrek erotica or Princess Bride on cocaine. And very much so. And I'm so excited at the ending of Destiny of Dragons. I'm trying to push this off till the 5th. Because our live show's on the 4th to talk about Destiny of Dragons. But I really want to know what happens next. Listen. Next, we have to choose one from Fine Arts and Humanities Thoughts, Values, and Beliefs subcategory. And for this, I chose Philosophy 2210, which is Introduction to Ethics, which is to read a book involving making tough choices. This would also work for read a book involving good versus evil or a mystery, so it could have worked for several of these. But I thought it worked perfect for tough choices. I read book 1 in August, which is Ace of Shades, and I want to continue, so I will be reading King of Fools. Because of the things that happened in the first one, the main character she is going to have, her and Levi, we're going to have to make a lot of tough choices. And I'm excited to continue. And maybe finish a trilogy. Next one. Okay. And last was Flit, which was to choose a foreign language, either foreign language 1 or foreign language 2. I chose foreign language 1010. Elementary foreign language 1, read a book set in a different country than your own. I am buddy reading this with Trin. I want to say Morgan. I want to say Hope. I want to say Alicia. I want to say Sam, possibly. I don't remember exactly who's all buddy reading this with me. Not Sam. Steph. But I chose A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Yes, it is set in a different country other than my own because it is a fantasy world. But I'm using this because the map of Corinthian is supposed to be the map of England, of like the UK and Ireland and Scotland and all of them. So I thought this would be perfect for a book set in a different world than or a different country other than my own because of the UK. I just finished reading the Throne of Glass series, and I have not read Silver Flames yet, so I wanted to reread this entire series and finally read Silver Flames and be caught up on the Mass. Wanted to end this year out with all the Mass. And every time I've reread this series, I've always started with book 2. So I have never reread book 1. So this is going to be fun or scary. I haven't decided. And the last book that I'm reading for this readathon is the group book, which is the Sunbearer Trials by Ada Thomas. I don't currently have a copy of it yet. It should be here on the 6th. We're supposed to get one in the next couple of weeks. We're supposed to get at least 2 or 3 copies, possibly. So I have Cemetery Boys here as a stand-in, so I can remember the group book, which is the live show. Don't forget the live show is September 24th, 3 p.m. on Eastern on Mel's channel. And then our after hours sorority fraternity mixer is at 8 p.m. Eastern that night. I will also be buddy reading A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Williams with Nikki and Tracy. That's our Nikki, Tracy, and Sterling. That is our group book for the From Blood and Books book club. We're still working on a new title. The CBC group book is Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. So if I have time, I will get to that. With Kaylani and Karina, we each are choosing a book to read and annotate, and then we're each gonna like mail it to the next person, and then we're gonna read and annotate, and so on and so forth. I know Karina is doing A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. Kaylani is doing Pomegranates and Promises. I don't remember who that's by. And my book is going to be Someday by Emma Scott, which is Nikki's all-time favorite queer romance. So I'm excited to see what I think about it and have it. When I get it back, it's going to be tabbed up with all 3 of our thoughts. I'm excited. And then I have 4 books here that I got from the library that may or may not get read. That when the wrap-up comes, I'll probably have to show up like photos. But these 4 sounded really interesting. If I get to them, cool. If I don't, cool. It's like one of those things. A Broken Blade by Melissa Blair. I've heard nothing but good things all over TikTok. This was the book that was originally published as anonymous. And I've heard if you like Throne of Glass, you'll really enjoy this. Teddy Spencer Isn't Looking for Love by Kim Fielding. All I know is that this is a rom-com mel romance that I've been sort of interested in, but didn't know if I wanted to purchase or not. But it is from the Karina Press Adores line, so I may like that. I also have Not Your Average Hot Guy by Gwenda Bond. I keep seeing this everywhere. And it is a rom-com featuring a girl named Callie who ends up going on a date with a guy named Luke who ends up being the son of the devil himself. It kind of gave me Little Nicky vibes, and I'm kind of here for it. And I've been very curious, and I keep saying this in the sequel, so if I like this, then I will check out the sequel from the library too. I'm excited. And then the last one I have here is Horseman by Christina Henry. It is a retelling of Sleepy Hollow, and I'm a huge Sleepy Hollow fan. Yeah. I also will have 2 books for Rockstar Tours. I'm still currently waiting for them to come in. One is Raising the Horsemen by Serena Valentino, which is a retelling of Sleepy Hollow. And then the next is a Rick Riordan Presents Serena Wig Slays a Vampire, something like that, which I'm super excited and can't wait to read as well. And then there's so many other books on our shelves that I plan on trying out and getting to. I apologize if you see a mess behind me. We are in the process of, we just added 2 new bookshelves to the library, so we're in the process of maneuvering things around and making things look pretty. And I'm excited. But that is what those are my plans for September. The only ones that are going to be like yes, they will get read are these. Granted, this will be Sunbear Trials. Everything else is kind of up in the air, and if I get to it, if I don't, I don't. And I do have 1 book that I'm currently in the middle of that if I don't get done by the end of the month, will roll over, because it's a 600-page book that I'm slowly going through because it's a physical read. But hey, that is all I've got for you guys today. Are you taking part in Seasonathon Academy? Comment down below and let me know. Have you read any of these books? Do you want any opinions on any of these? I will state ACOTAR and Raven Boys are rereads for me. I don't really count Raven Boys as a reread because I'm going into the Raven Boys with a different mindset than I did the first time. First time I gave it a 3.5, but I think it was the fact that at the time I shouldn't have read the book. I'm excited for the book this time. But, like I said, that's all I've got for you guys. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new, you might as well hit that subscribe. And like I said, comment down below. Let me know, are you taking part in Seasonathon Academy? Are you doing any of the other readathons that I know that are going along in September? Like Becca's Bookopoly-a-thon, which I have never taken part of, but I might next year. When I learn different ways to film and stuff like that, I might. Also, be on the lookout for another readathon announcement coming for me very soon. That's all I've got for you guys today. Remember, kids, always be fabulously yourself. Until next time, oh boy.